Thank you for that sub there, Ralio. How you doing? And howdy, Fardizzle. I was eating a sandwich because I was really hungry, and I haven't eaten anything all morning as I was preparing everything. So that's why I was muted. I don't want to hear you. I don't want you guys to hear me chewing. But let me get a shout out for Turbo while I'm at the keyboard, because I was cleaning dishes. I was getting them ready. I'm about to eat too. What you eating? I had myself just a microwave breakfast sandwich, like those little Jimmy Dean ones. You're gonna hear the sink going off as I get closer to it. Just washing a few dishes beforehand, thinking about what I need, what I don't need, pans that need to be replaced, all that. Is a Dizzle and a much aching? Yeah, Driver. Alrighty, I think we're just about ready to get started. Thank you for the subs, guys. Relio, Derper, I appreciate you guys. I think all my emotes are on tier 1 still, so there's no need for tier 2 and tier 3. I'll probably keep it that way too, just so to encourage not, because some people do it, like Derper was doing tier 2, and I'm like, there's no need, just because I'm not a regular streamer, you know what I mean? So it's like, you don't have to do what you don't do. If that makes sense? You don't have to do what you don't do. That makes a lot of sense, right? Anyway, we're gonna get started soon. We are making, I call it penne pasta, or pesto penne pasta, which is kind of redundant because penne is pasta. But at first I was calling it pesto penne salad because I was going to serve it cold. But we kind of have to heat up everything together. Hey, Sue. What's up, big BB? Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and transition this screen really quick. Give me a second, guys. Remember when I do this in the kitchen, I have to do everything from my phone, so it gets a little funky. So what are you doing? Transition. The big baby has decided to join me up here at the top of the counter. She's being a big old baby as usual. Wants to smell everything. But as for me, guys, I'm doing well. We did all. No, I don't want you on the stove. No, get your little doodle paws off there. I'm doing well. As you know, we did last month in May. We did the we streamed all month for mental health awareness month. And speaking of mental health, this cat is taxing mine right now. So yeah, we did it all month. We did it. We did the full month without canceling. And the funny thing was, is like, oh, what if I postpone today? What if I postpone today? I'm like, come on, bro. You really gonna continue that cycle? So leave it alone. This cat is just causing trouble no matter what. Okay, so anyway. So we didn't cancel today because we were so good on our streak that we're continuing. We're gonna keep going with it. As for next time, though, we're gonna be playing a game, but I haven't decided what game is yet. So I might cancel that one. No, get off the stove. I don't want you on the stove. Don't want you on stove. No. Okay. Anyway, we haven't decided yet, so I could cancel that one. Depending if I don't pick a game yet, or if I just haven't decided what to do yet. I'd rather not, you know what I mean? I'd rather just keep consistent at that point, but I mean, we'll see how it goes. I'm making sure my angle is good too as well, because I had to change the angle around a little bit. And the other thing, the lighting sucks. Like, the lighting here this is just bad. It's counterintuitive, plus I'm wearing a black t-shirt. And if I get closer to the screen, that might be a little bit better. As you see this piece of paper I'm waving around in my hand, this is the recipe for today. Theirs is gluten-free, nut-free options on this, and obviously I didn't go with that just because I don't have to cook that way. I wanted to go for more of a, like not regular, but like a traditional sense. If that makes any more sense. Sue's detected, right? Or I said Sue's. I always read it that way. Whenever I read it as Sue's, but I know it's Sue. Right, big baby? So yeah, we bought just regular penne. And then they're doing nut free on another one because they did like pumpkin seeds or something. But I got traditional pine nuts I got pine nuts for a traditional pesto. And then using that, we got some Parmigiano Reggiano, and then basil. We got some basil in here too as well. It says organic, and some of the leaves you kind of, I just got it the other day. But anyway, so that's what we're gonna do for the pesto part of it, and then salt and pepper, and then olive oil, of course, and we're gonna try to do that. We're gonna try to do it the right way. No, get off the stove. And then for the pasta itself, it's just gonna be the penne. We're gonna have a little bit of cherry tomatoes in there, some spinach, and we're actually gonna cook a little bit of chicken. We're gonna chop it up into strips and then throw it in there too as well to give it a little more protein to it. Hey, Aunt Sandy, how you doing? Hey, we're just doing our thing today. We're gonna make some what's it called? Some pasta. And the cat is moving her tail right in front of the camera. What are you doing, big baby? You big crazy cat. She thinks I'm talking to her every time we do this thing because I'm talking. But anyway, yeah, so that's the plan for today. We're gonna make the pesto first, then do the pasta. But I'll probably just boil the pasta ahead of time because it takes forever for water to boil. But in the meantime, let me clean out this pot really quick, and then we'll really get started. I got a Dutch oven a while back from my folks, and so I usually boil everything in there if I can, because it's I don't want stuff to burn on the bottom, and with like the other pan that I have, it's a little bit thinner, so it tends to burn on the bottom if I'm not careful. And as you can see, I just spilled water on the floor a little bit, so I'm not careful already. I bought this new soap recently. I say new, but it's new for me. But it's some power wash, they call it. I'm not going to name the name brand because they ain't going to sponsor me. But it's supposed to be like a mixture of I think like rubbing alcohol and it's like dish soap or something. I think that's what it was because people are saying you can make it at home, but it shoots it like in almost like a mist or a spray, a little power, like a little bit of power behind it. I've been using that. It's pretty good because I feel like it's a little more contained. If that makes any sense. Hey Jake. Yeah, I just tried it. I didn't know what to expect. You know what I mean? I saw good reviews and I was like, why not? You know. I still got regular dish soap for when I do the dishes and all that, or wash my hands or something. You know. But Baba swears by it. You know. Hey, you know, that's two people right there. All right. I don't know why. It's kind of funny. Like I washed this pan out right for the pasta, and then I dried out the inside. And then what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna put more water back in there. That's the point. Let me get the old apron on real quick. I don't have any streamer t-shirts on today. I do have one from Primitive though, skate company. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the comedian Paul Rodriguez, but his son runs a skate company, and then they did a Marvel collaboration. So I have the Doctor Doom one that they did. I got a Venom one too in the room, but it's a white t-shirt, so I don't wash it with the other ones. So it's kind of sitting there waiting to be washed. As gross as that sounds. These things always messed up. Okay, there should be plenty of water over here. After I tie this thing. Alright, there's our water. Put that on the back burner over here. Make sure I'm not missing anything either. Let's get a bit of salt in there. Running out of kosher salt, looks like. Let's get this one there. This one has even less. Jesus. When I was watching videos about cooking pasta earlier, one of the guys on there was like, "Oh, make sure to put enough water in there so it tastes like seawater." And I was like, "What? No, you off the... Go play." I want your little doo-doo paws all over the sink. Not the sink, the stove. But yeah, there's a guy sitting in there. Oh, it has to be like seawater. Then I saw another one. They're like, oh, just put a little bit of salt in there. You don't want to make it too salty. And I was like, which one is it then? So I would assume that it's not the seawater level because then it makes your pasta really salty. All right then. So let's go ahead and put that one on. Don't kill me now. There we go. Yeah, Sue, I hear you. So the next part we're going to do is actually work on the pesto. Now, I was going to use the smaller blender, the little Ninja one that I have, but then I thought about all the basil we're throwing in there. Like, it's going to floof up a little bit, you know what I mean? So I was like, I need more room. Plus, we're going to be taking off the top and pouring in more olive oil. So, that being said, we're gonna try to do it in the bigger one instead of the smaller one. I am gonna have to mute the mic though when we are blending, just because it's loud. I don't want to blow you guys' eardrums out. But the first thing we have to do though, from what I've seen from various recipes, is they don't want us to over mix or heat up the basil. They said it kind of destroys the whole effect, you know. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the olive oil in first. We're gonna throw in our garlic, which I nearly forgot about. And then we're going to throw in the other ingredients before we put the basil in. This is all stuff that I'm learning, though, because I don't really know myself personally. I'm just like, whatever, I follow whatever the recipe says. Something is amiss. I know I have garlic. But oh, there it is. It fell over. That's why. I was looking for the blue lid on it. It was sideways like this. I was like, where is it? But yeah, Susan's doing laps and I got zoomies. Alright, so let's look at the recipe first before we go forward. And the other thing too with the recipe is that they called for walnuts with your pesto. Your traditional is pine nuts. But you can use anything. You can use walnuts, cashews, pistachios, you know. You can use other various nuts for your macadamia is another one I heard too as well. But we're trying to go for the traditional style. So we're gonna grate some Parmesan. Gotta put some olive oil in there, and then salt and pepper, and then garlic. Yeah, I heard you, Sue. I heard you. You big old baby. Is this all teaspoon? No, it's all tablespoons. Let me get this. Well, partial. With the tablespoons and such. Oh, that was the grossest thing in the world right now. I have to go grab my measuring spoon from the dishwasher, and it was up all the way. So I put my thumb in there and immediately felt something. I was like, like that didn't get cleaned. That was one of those feelings of dread. Yeah, I heard you, Sue. I know. I know you, big old baby. Let me clean this all up real quick. Peeling here on my rice. Alrighty. But as we start to get in this recipe board, how's everybody? Everybody have a good weekend? I know most of you I talked to already, so I pretty much know your weekend, but how was everybody's weekend thus far? I didn't do anything yesterday. I didn't go anywhere. I ordered some groceries, I believe. Or did I do that on Friday? I don't remember. They blend together at this point. What's up, Sue? Huh? You're being a baby. So yeah, yesterday I ordered some lunch, I believe. I don't even remember what I did. I did so little that I don't remember what it was. Hey, that's a good feeling. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need the day of nothing to appreciate everything. Hey Jackie, how you doing? You had a great weekend? That's good to hear. I'm trying to remember what my weekend was. Alright, so let's go ahead and start measuring this stuff out. We're going to measure it out, then we're going to blend. So I'm going to mute the blend so you guys don't have to do it. Even though you had COVID, oh man, I hope you're alright. Did anybody else in the family have it? Like a kid? Like kids? I think two? I think you have two kids? Could be mixing up. I know you have at least one. Your child. Meanwhile, Susan's smelling everything. You want to smell this? You big old baby. Alright, so we're going to put about a quarter cup in the blender. Then we're going to throw in the garlic. And the garlic's already cut up. You know what I mean? So we don't have to worry about it so much. What are you doing, baby? Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. Or at least I hope you're feeling better. How about that? So let's see, what is it? It's a quarter. It's a half cup. Movie begin. Movie begin. There we go. We're putting not all of it right now. We're doing like actually less than a quarter of a cup because this got a little bit of oil in it too, and we're gonna be putting 2 cloves worth. It says, which is a teaspoon. I always forget to send you a picture of my cat. I used to have one that looks just like Sue. Yeah, the calicos are great. Hers, I really like her patterns. Hers is like a little like a gray, and then my brother has a cat called Sunday. She's a calico, and she's got like really like bright, vibrant oranges and her fur is black too though. So it's like white, black, and orange. So it's almost really funny to see the difference between the two of them, because Sue's is more of like a light, and then Sunday's is more vibrant. But they both feisty as hell. All them calicos are feisty. I think I remember hearing that like a majority of the calico population is female. I want to say it's like 80% or something crazy like that. So I got this big baby over here. Look at you, you're so cute. I know a lot of people like wouldn't like a cat up on the counter, And I know it's kind of unsanitary if you really think about it in the long term, but like I can't control her. She's a beast. She's a wild beast, and I pulled her from outside into the home, so I can't really tell her what to do because I invited you in. Yeah, that big old baby. Hey, Daniel. Daniel, if you can give a couple of shout outs for me, that would be great. I gave one to Derper already, but can you give one to Jackie and yourself as well? I know Jackie hasn't streamed in a while. She was playing some Genshin Impact a while back. She's good friends with Diva Lisa too as well, whom you're familiar with. And of course, if you don't know Daniel, DT3, I've been following that guy forever. He's a great guy. If you don't know who he is, check his channel out, give him a follow. If you don't give yourself a shout out, I will. Yeah, I remember Elden Ring. Yeah, you played that for a little bit. I remember that now. You were doing good though. The game's difficult. I got you, Daniel. Don't worry. There we go. So guys, give those people a quick check out their channel and hang out with them. They're good people. Now we don't know when Jackie's streaming next, but you know what I mean. No pressure. Do what you got to do. And then Daniel streams weekly. He streams Monday with Josh on Josh 902's channel, which I can give Josh a shout out to as well. They do the Clockwork Cantina, a podcast about anything. A lot of video game news, movie news, TV news, and then there's usually a subject of the day. I don't remember what the upcoming one is. Oh no, it's D&D. It's more D&D world building is what it is. So that's gonna be on Josh 902 channel. Let's give him a shout out as well on Monday. And then Daniel streams the rest of the week, variety streaming. So he plays a lot of different games completely. He just finished Assassin's Creed Liberation. And then you're moving on to Sniper Elite, I think with Josh, right? Sniper Elite 4? If I remember correctly. My memory is messed up. I'm hanging out with my brother too long in high school. But, let's see. That's why I'm kind of all over the place too when I cook. So anyway, yeah, we're going to be putting in the pine nuts. I was going to grate some Parmesan, but we're going to do that after. So the recipe calls for... Let's see, here it is. I keep putting everything everywhere, but where it needs to be. Recipe says 2 tablespoons raw unsalted almonds. But we're going to be doing 2 pine nuts. Oops, dropped on the floor. There we go. I didn't need that many of them, but I just needed a little bit for this recipe. This thing's still good enough to be used. Did I step on it? I swear if I did. I just mopped this floor. Anyway, alright, so our garlic and our pine nuts are in there. So now I really gotta scare the cat away and put on this blender. Like I said earlier to you guys, I'm going to mute the stream when I do the blending because I don't want you guys to have to hear all that, especially so close to the mic too as well. I wish I had a button on the actual camera to mute it, but I don't, so I have to do it through an app that I use for OBS on my phone. Okay, so give me a second, ladies and germs. Okay, audio and audios, right? Okay, let's see, like. Okay, so this is the first initial pulses. This isn't the greatest blender to use for this type of stuff because it's still kind of chunky in there. You know what I mean? Kind of like me, but not in a good way. So what we're gonna do then is we're gonna take a rubber spatula to the sides. We'll start adding in the cheese. And we'll start adding in the basil. go from there. And Sue, I love that you're super curious about this right now and being a good baby and just sitting there. I think the smell is starting to put you off a little bit, isn't it? Yeah, stay right there. Okay, so now, yeah, we do have to grate the cheese. And so for the cheese they want, let's see, what is it? They want a half cup. Gotcha. Now this is a Parmesan Reggiano, as they call it. It just says Parmesan on it, so it might not actually be Reggiano. I'm not thinking about it, but it's the traditional Parmesan that is not in that canister. You know what I mean? Yeah, but we need to grate this into a half cup's worth. This might not be regular Reggiano, but either way, it's still good. It still tastes good. And it's not the stuff in the grated cup. Now, I've definitely bought Parmesan Reggiano before, and I couldn't tell the difference between this, so I think it's just, it might be like a regulation or something silly, or some sort of moniker that, or some sort of thing that goes with the moniker Reggiano. Like it has to be developed in a certain place or something like that, you know. Either way though. Cheese. Yeah, I heard you move. What's up, Sue? I think it should be plenty. I think it's more than half a cup, to be honest. We'll see. Oh yeah. That's like a cup right there. Are you boiling right now, water? How dare you boil before me? Okay. We're gonna throw all that cheese in there. Because we can. There we go. Now we're gonna start throwing in the basil. And I know what you're thinking. Basil. It just depends on where you're from. How you pronounce it. Usually like UK you'll hear like basil. Over here you hear basil. I don't know about Italy though. I have to ask them that one. Well, that's spinach. Whoop. Good thing we didn't put any in there. Relaxing music. Yeah, I tried to find a DMCA free what's it called? Background music that I could play, because obviously DMCA. The second, because sometimes it gets quiet. Sometimes it gets quiet in the stream. I'll be doing something and it just gets quiet, and I'm like, this is kind of awkward and weird. So it's like, at that point I was like, let's do something about it. So yeah, we're putting a whole bunch in there today. Man, and if you've ever worked with fresh herbs like this, like basil in particular, the smell of it is just so good. It's like you always hear the term aromatherapy, and this is basically like what I think of. You know, just the smell of fresh herbs. Sue making a big name for herself by yelling. Yeah, that's what I think of immediately. Some of these leaves a little questionable, like that I've seen. Got like a little dark spot on it, but not like mold. I'm like, whatever, bro. I'm the only one eating it today. It's not mold or anything, of course. It's just, you know, like if you were to do it at a restaurant, they'd probably throw it away. They'd be like, no. Only the best. Try to get some smaller leaves. So the goal is for this, though, is to put more olive oil in here, but slowly. It's supposed to be like an emulsion effect. You don't want to just blend it all together at once. And I've seen other people do that with their recipes, where they just blend it all at once. And I'm sure it comes out fine. But the whole point is to follow the recipe, to follow the tradition, you know what I mean, of doing it the right way, doing it the certain way, you know. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying I'm doing it my way. which is technically somebody else's way. So I need to get a stretch out. Okay, so now we did that. Let's pour a little bit of more oil in there. We're gonna throw the pasta in there now too as well because we can't get around it now. It's boiling at the lower temperature now. So let's see, how long does it tell me to boil this one for? Let's see, 9 to 11 minutes. There we go, the whole box because I can just freeze it and use it later. 9 to 11 minutes. It is currently 1 o'clock, just turned 1, so we're going to stop it at 1:10. Or we could put a timer and that'll be good. There you go, 11 minutes. Alrighty. So let's give a little bit more the olive oil. There we go. So that's almost the full amount of what they gave us. And then we'll start adding more as we go along. Okay, so I'm going to mute again, like I said, guys. Just because I don't want you to have to hear all the loud noises. Pesto is one of my favorite sauces. Hey, Roybert. Pesto is like, it's one of those sauces that has so much flavor. And it's really tasty. And honestly, it's one of the most simple things out there to do as well. Just because it seems like just because of the flavor profiles and all that stuff, you would think that it's more difficult, but it's really not, as we're showing today. So if you haven't made pesto on your own, do it. Do it. All right, so let's go ahead and mute up real quick as we blend. All right, there we go, guys. Kind of a a hidden bonus on that one is I didn't remember that I had music on. Like I know that I had music on, but I didn't think about it. So this entire time that I was blending, you guys were listening to music, so it kind of worked out. Kind of worked out in the long run. Usually it's just quiet and it's dead silence, you know what I mean? So I'm glad that it wasn't this time around. But anywho, the pesto is done. You guys can see it right in there pretty well, I hope. But it is the consistency that we need it to be right now. Let me see if we can get a better shot with it. A little more light. No, not that great. But either way, yeah, it's come out to what we need it to be at this point. So we can either add more to it if we wanted to. Like if we had more basil, or we wanted to add more garlic, or more parmesan, you know, we could do all that, or more pine nuts. But what we're trying to do today is sticking close to the recipe as much as we can. So, that being said, the pesto is actually done. If we were just making pesto, the stream would be over. It'd be done. So that's kind of a nice thing to do if you really think about that, is that it doesn't take a lot to make some nice pesto. Now the fun part begins is where we make the pasta part of it, and we gotta cook up the veggies to go along with it, and the chicken. So we got a lot of stuff to do now. Not too bad, ladies and germs, not too bad. Let's go ahead and take that out. Yeah, but like I said, if this was the only thing that we had to do today, there you go. There you have it. That is some homemade pesto. I know what you're thinking. He hasn't tried it yet. And you're right. Now, I'm not trying to eat a spoonful of this either, but I just want to taste it. Kind of want to eat a spoonful of this now. Oh, man. You can taste the basil itself, but you taste the cheese. I didn't even add any salt to it, to be honest. I forgot. And I don't think it needs it. With the cheese as salty as it is, I think we're fine. Like, you could, but I think we're good with this. Alright, so we're going to save that for our sauce, for our pasta sauce. And judging by the amount that I made, I don't need the full amount of pasta. I probably need about half of that. So, we're not going to use all of it today. We'll freeze the rest of it. I'm going to clean up my sink a little bit. At least make room. Just stack everything in the meantime until I clean up the kitchen for real. I cleaned it up last week. I think really good. And I need to do more. For like today it's presentable, you know what I mean? Today it's good enough. Just like the Goonies. Right, Sue? You big old baby? You chirping at me? Hold on, guys. Let's see this big old baby Sue real quick. She's on the couch, sitting there being a big old baby. Look at her. Yeah? Yeah? You chirping back at me? Yeah? Yeah, you big old baby. I gotta go pet her. Hold on. Come here, big old Stinky. What are you doing? Oh, you're so cute. Where you go, baby one? Alright, so back to the food. Now we gotta go, once that's done cooking, we actually gotta cook the chicken. I think I want to cook the chicken last, but it takes a while to cook, so I'm like debating it right now. I don't know. We definitely need this pan though. This is where I'm gonna put the rest of the pasta and the and everything, the tomatoes and the spinach and all that. So we're gonna need that pan for sure. Okay. So as you see, guys, we have a lot of spinach to cook. I'm not gonna cook all of it though. Got some cherry tomatoes. Oh, had some cherry tomatoes. They're all gone now. I'll put this away really quick. There we go. and then of course the chicken. So I bought some chicken cutlets to cook up. I'm gonna chop them up into pieces and cook them that way. Let's see. Alrighty, because we're on to the next part of it where we start cooking the veggies, meaning the tomatoes and well, mainly the tomatoes. Then we add the pasta to it with the spinach, and then we add the sauce. So I gotta go find the pan that I have for cooking my grilled chicken. I forgot what I did with it. It's gotta be down here though, I think. Come on, you boys gotta get down on one knee and not in a good way. Oh, there it is. I have to crawl around on the ground because these shelves or these cupboards right here are so deep that what's it called? That I have to put stuff behind it, right? And everything's back behind there. I can't get to it. Okay. Raspberry souffle time. And I was here, so I haven't been able to get the ramekins yet. I have to do it right. So I haven't got ramekins yet. But it's not your request or your suggestion, I should say. Your recipe suggestion is not ignored. That's for sure. It just hasn't been the time to do it yet. Oh, there's a timer on the pasta. Let me move this out of the way really quick. But definitely, we're gonna make the raspberry souffle eventually. I just have to practice because I've never ever made them before. Okay, let me get my pot holders. So I gotta get ramekins, then practice the recipe, and then we'll make it. Because once I know the souffles are fairly delicate, but they're not like extremely fragile at the same time. You know, a lot of people always make them out to be like that. In a steam bath right now because this thing's so hot. Especially with that mixer now, that'd make a lot of souffle a lot easier. But every time I hear Prince's raspberry beret song, I think of that as ears. I think of what's it called? Raspberry souffle instead. So don't think that I haven't forgot, because I have not forgot. I just haven't been able to do it yet. If I could do it, you can. This is what. Yeah, no, that's. I know the process is fairly simple, but it's just the fact that I've never made them before. I don't do a lot of baking. A lot of the stuff I do is straight cooking, you know. So I have to kind of know what I'm doing a little bit better. But I know I could do it. That's for sure. I don't doubt myself. Just haven't made it yet. Right. So this is done. Let's move this a little bit. Now let's season up this chicken first before we do it, because if you don't season your chicken, what are you doing? Didn't mean to cut the chicken, but it's okay. We're gonna cut it anyway. Go ahead and dry this off. Yeah, but I'm definitely going to be making that raspberry souffle. I have the recipe on my desktop and it stares at me every day. When I'm working from home or I'm just gaming at home, it just stares at me. And there's even a picture of Prince, the buddy of mine put together with a picture of a raspberry souffle behind him. So I don't forget either. It was actually Daniel that put that one together. Mr. DT3. I didn't want to grip all this raw chicken with my hands, but like it kind of just happened, you know. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it a lot, but whatever. It is what it is. Okay. So now that we've done that part of it, go ahead and season this thing up. And boy, oh boy, did that air conditioner turn off again? Oh the hell. Don't worry, guys, I'm not touching with the raw chicken hands. That reminds me, I should probably do this again. It's already too late for it the normal way. But, you know, at least if we're going to contact anything. I made a carrot cake this week, eating it all in 3 days. I bet. Carrot cake is so good. Carrot cake is actually one of my favorites. Like, I don't like a lot of sweets. The carrot cake is a great one. Where am I looking? What am I looking for, actually? I am looking for a herb blend that I have up here. It has a questionable name. I'm trying to figure out what I did with it. Because I just saw it yesterday. I literally saw it yesterday. What am I doing right now? Oh, there you are, hidden behind everything. Let me break it up a little bit. So this one I got is called Italian Grill. Since we're grilling this chicken, we're eating with pasta, might as well do an Italian grill flavor. So I'm just gonna cover this thing. It looks kind of like the other ones I have, like the Montreal chicken, but I can smell it. It's different. There's a different smell to it completely. And you guys can't see anything right now. Sue, don't you dare. I need you to stay over there. No. No. Because I do coding. I heard a horror story the other day of people going out to eat at a local friend's house, cookout, and the friend made a mistake. Wasn't purpose. Wasn't that they don't do it normally. They just made the mistake and forgot. And they forgot to season the food. In this case, it was burgers. And it broke my heart. I cried a little bit. You know what I mean? But you know, we got past it. You know, because one friend took over after that, and you know, they saved the day. But it happens. It happens. Just remember to always season your food. Whether it just be a little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion powder, something, anything. Herbs de Provence, all that fun stuff. I said herbs, but it's like herb de Provence. I think it's supposed to be, not plural. But all that stuff. I wanted to make those with potatoes. I want to use those herbs and do it with potatoes. I hope the police didn't find out, right? Because what would have happened? They would have took them away. Especially if the cop was Italian, they would be like, "Oh no, baby, what are you doing?" Like your boy, little Mo Mozzarella. If you ever watch Side Talk videos, that guy's hilarious. Okay, there's that. Cutting boards. So we gotta chop up these. You know what? We should just chop them up and cook them after, or we should chop them up afterwards. I was thinking about it right now. If I ignore these, if I don't cook them the right way, basically, if I let them kind of like hang out on their own, like I normally do, if they're in strips, they're gonna get really tough, and I don't want that. I know olive oil has a high smoking point, but we're gonna use it anyway. Okay, we haven't touched any chicken yet. We're good on that. Oil touched my hands, so I'm freaking out a little bit. Sue, baby, what are you doing? You so cute. Okay. Make sure this thing is nice and oiled up. Alright. Once that's sufficiently hot enough, we're going to go ahead and start to cook that. In the meantime, let's get this back burner going. All right. We'll turn that to about medium high. No, medium high, medium low. Sue, what's wrong, baby? What are you meowing about? Oh, you smell this raw chicken over here, don't you? Look at that. No, no, no. No, 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 big baby. Come on. I'm sorry. I already gave you snacks. I gave you treats earlier. I gave you raw chicken sometimes. But not right now. Yeah, big old stinky. So anyway, let's clear up some space because that pan over there is going to need these, right? And then for the cherry tomatoes, we're actually going to have to cut them in half. Yeah, Sue, I know. I'm sorry, Bubby. I know you just want attention. But you a big old baby, so you gotta wait. That's funny right now. I was thinking, I hope they don't hear me drinking. I'm drinking my soda. Because I was thinking in my head, I'm like, there's a guy at work that whenever I hear him drink, I hear him swallow his drinks every time, and it's weird. And it's funny they don't tease him about it because he's the one that brings it up, you know what I mean? But they have a good laugh about it. Like, dang, bro, how much you drink? You know, stuff like that. Now we need about a half cup, is what they said, I believe, in the recipe. Sue, why you want attention so bad? What's wrong, big baby? Do I neglect you? Are you trying to call me a neglector? Maybe I'm playing games or something. What do you find underneath? There's nothing underneath there. Oh yeah, that reminds me. A little bit. Oh, the olive oil got in my hands again. I need to clean up that lid. You guys don't know me that well. You can't get really grossed out when I touch oil. So that's why I don't like lotions and stuff like that because they tend to be oily. Not all of them are, of course. There's other ones that are great that are not oily, but I'm just saying that they tend to be. Okay, so let's get these. Let's take this off. Let's use this and take it off. So chicken first. Okay, we're going to 3 at a time with this one. Okay, so I'll take this off so we can handle the tomatoes. And we're gonna take our, where is it? The scraper. I'll turn this on for low. We don't want all the smoke and stuff, but we do want to be able to communicate with you guys. Speaking of communication, make sure I'm not forgetting anything in the chat. We are good. Now this whole thing with the tomatoes, that they're supposed to be like blistered is what they call it. I'm just gonna heat them up a little bit, toss them into a pan with a little bit of oil, and go from there. I'm not trying to do the whole blistering effect. Like it'd look cool and it would be really nice, but that's not what I'm going for right now. I'm just trying to cook. I'm gonna cut up a little bit more and throw those in there. Then we're gonna throw in the pasta with our pesto, our spinaci. No, I don't know how they. I'll just make a joke at this point. I don't even know if they pronounce it that way. With the spinach, and then we'll be almost done. The chicken is mainly what we're waiting on, but we don't really even need the chicken to be in. I got plenty of tomatoes. Now I have this at a medium-low heat. I don't want it too high because they talked about blistering, but I don't want to burn my tomatoes either. Now, due to the nature of things, they're all flipped. Pretty much all of them are flipped face down, or cut side down, I should say. But not all of them. Some are this. Some rise above. Okay, that's that. It's smelling good in here now too because of the chicken seasoning. with the pesto, all that. Okay, so where's our tongs? There. The plastic ones right now. I need to get some better ones. And we'll go ahead and put on the other. This one's a little bit thinner than the rest of them, so it shouldn't take that long to cook in comparison. And we're going to move this pan out the way because it is actually thick. Make sure it's not hot before I put it up on my countertop because it will burn. Countertop. There's that. We're done with this. That's raw chicken. Alrighty. And I realize none of you guys can see what we're cooking right now. There you go. So there's the tomatoes I was referring to. They are currently not frying, but they're getting warmed up, right? The whole blister thing was the idea that they wanted to do, but I can't do it. And then the chicken's in the back right there. I'm not gonna eat all that chicken for the recipe. I'll probably need like maybe one of them or two of them. I'll probably just eat the other one like a sandwich later on or something. Hey Val, how you doing? You like what you see? Well, I'm supposed to put some greens in there. What about spinach? You like that? I hope you do. There we go. There's your shout out, Val. Yeah, we got some penne pasta over here. We're gonna throw in with this. Oh, you like spinach? Alright, cool. Perfect. So we're gonna add that to the dish soon. Now we're not using all the pasta we made today. We're gonna freeze some of it, save it for later, like I did with the bow ties. I made a masala dish the other day. I think it was. Then I did with the bow ties, and so I saved those from last time. So I could have used it today, but like the penne is the whole thing. You know what I mean? The whole name. It's in the name. We have to do it. Okay, there's that. Chicken is cooking. Now, let's get... I'm doing this by hand at this point, because they kind of stick together after a little bit. Okay. Maybe a little bit more in that, and I think it's good. Okay. And this is what's going to get you, Val. Here's the homemade pesto that you just made at the beginning of the stream. Come on. Come on. We'll have to get that out with the helper. There we go. We're adding the whole thing to it because why not? Homemade pesto with the goofy accent I just made up. You never made pesto before, Val? Neither have I until today. It's very simple though. It's very easy. I watched this one chef on YouTube, Chef Jean Pierre, and he'll always say it's so simple, child to do it. And in this case, yes, it is very easy. As long as you tell them not to, blend it too much. A little bit of roasting herbs and stuff from the chicken to start to get to me. Some of it's on the chicken, so it's in the pan with the olive oil and all that. It's getting burnt. Not burnt, but like smoky. Some of the pieces, like the little like garlic pieces or whatever they were, what do you call them? Onion pieces probably are burning at this point. That's fine though. We're not going for that. We're just going for the seasoning on the chicken. We're not eating the bottom of the pan. Okay. Let's turn up that heat up a little bit. I'm gonna throw some fresh. Let's see, some fresh spinach in there. Should be plenty. It always looks like a ton until you start cooking it, so Anybody watching this freaking out, don't worry about it. It's gonna be alright. We're gonna make it through this. Washed off our tongue from earlier. Plastic ones I used from the raw chicken. Clean it off so I can use it. I'm gonna flip these bad boys over. Like this one. This one's the guess I used some cooking. Oh yeah, that looks great. Like I said, the seasoning's a little charred on some of this. Man, it looks good. A nice color to everything. Oh no, I scared almost all the seasonings on one side. That sucks. There we go. Yeah, that's looking beautiful. I probably should have put it on the back burner though, but it's alright, whatever. That looks good. Thank you for this, I appreciate that. We are trying to integrate the spinach into our dish. It's kind of difficult sometimes because it's so bulky, you know what I mean? But then it starts to wilt. So it's just a matter of making sure it gets wilted. Should have probably used another what's it called, spatula. Or I can use the I'll use the tongs. Just to clean it, you know. It touched chicken if anything at this point, but the whole meal's gonna touch chicken a little bit, so not that bad. But if you were cooking for like somebody who's like vegetarian or you know, vegan, then you wouldn't have done this because it can't cross-contaminate like that. And specifically, since I'm cooking for me, there's a lot of cut corners I can do. Okay, so that's a little more down. I'll check that out in a second. Now this chicken should be done pretty soon too as well. I'm seeing the oil on the outside and it's killing me because I just cleaned the stove, but at the same time I'm not using the screens that I have. So it's like, come on, man. You know, what do you expect? And this air is refusing to work with me. I gotta turn it down to like 67 or something. Getting a little smoky in here too because of these guys, but they're great. Okay, so if we don't need this, so let's start cleaning up where we can, where we need to. The pesto is done, so we don't need that anymore. So that's done. We're done with the tomatoes, but we're going to keep those aside so we can put them in another container. Because we can't use the same one. This goes back in the fridge, the garlic from earlier. The spinach we have on like, we have it on, what do they call it, like standby. Because in case we need to add more once it starts wilting down. And right now it's not wilting down, so. I gotta stir this up more, it's starting to stick to the bottom. Some of the pasta. Yeah, some of the pesto too as well. That's weird because this is a non-stick thing. Maybe because I'm just letting it sit there again. With no oil underneath it or whatever. It's starting to come out, you know, it will, it's like the frond, I think is the term that you typically see in pans. Once it starts to get moisture in there, it starts to release. Well, we're looking pretty good at the amount of spinach in this dish right now. I'm turning the heat up a little bit. We might save some tomatoes and put some fresh ones on there when we're done with it. But I think we're doing good with these, to be honest. And the stuff in the bottom is going to come off a little bit. There you go. Not the coating, but the food. There we go. I think that's good. I think that's plenty. These guys smell done, so I'm turning them off. They're gonna sit there and rest. I'm gonna turn that off. Let that rest. Greens, hey Phenom. Yeah, we got pesto and the spinach in there. We got a big old bag of spinach over here too as well. You get ripped like Popeye and start punching out people that don't deserve it. I guess I don't know. This chicken's done for sure. We're gonna chop that up in a little bit and serve it with our meal. But in the meantime, let's get ready for plating. Let's get ready to plate this meal. We need to wash the plate, I'm probably sure. Our plate is right here. In fact, it's actually already clean. I just have to make sure it is clean and then dry it. Yipes is what it's at. How you doing, Phenom? Thank you, Val, for giving Phenom a shout out. I appreciate that too. He's been streaming more these days because he's got more time and he's got a new job. So maybe we'll see more of Phenom. Either way, he's a great guy. Follow his channel. He's a lover of dogs and of animals in general, but he's a lover of dogs. Huskies, wolves, all that. Great dude. Don't piss him off if you get like John Wick on you and kill you. At some point, yeah, exactly. You know, when you get your own place and all that. And I understand the feeling. Alright, so that is done. These are done. Let's go ahead and start plating some of this stuff up. Let's get something to chop the chicken up. We need a better cutting board than the one I got right here. There you are. I will actually use the same knife that we use for the tomatoes, really. Don't conserve things. But yeah, you know, we're just about done, to be honest. It's a short stream. It's only been like an hour and a half. No, it's only been like an hour. Because I started at 12:30. It's kind of disappointing, but at the same time, it's whatever. Like I said earlier, probably only need to chop up 2 of these for the dish, maybe less than that. I can turn off the fan now. We're letting this chicken rest a little bit before we chop it up. And in the meantime, we need to serve this plate of vegetables and our pasta. I'm definitely gonna make more of this. I can make more pasta. Or, I have no more basil though, so I can't make any more pesto. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Okay. There we go. And then we'll chop the chicken in front of it. Place it sideways, all that fun stuff. I'm trying to chop it at an angle, and right now it's not working out too well because the back end of the chicken is kind of like a odd shape. It's fine enough. I'm only doing the one chicken breast for now. I'll pour this nice juice over the chicken as well. Ooh. I'll save this for a little bit. What did I miss? I gotta follow. Can you read that for me? Hello, but thank you for the follow. I'm on my phone to read the chat. But thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. If I was on the right screen right now, I could tell you who that was that followed, but I appreciate you either way. We were just about finished with our food, making it, and I've gone to plate it, but now I'm kind of just like fancying it up a little bit. Ah, okay. Recipe. The recipe for today is pesto penne pasta. I don't have a link for it, so I don't usually do. I usually put them on Discord, if anything. Yep. That's like I know it's pesto. So it's homemade pesto with spinach, cherry tomatoes, penne, and then we did chicken cutlets, and I used a seasoning called here it is. It's a McCormick one, Italian grill. We just grilled it on the tabletop. And so now for the plate. The plate is done. We've made our plate, and I'm trying not to get the cord into the plate. But there's our dish right here. Here we go. There's our chicken cut up. There's our pesto and pasta and all that homemade. Looking pretty good, guys. What do you think? I don't know. The lighting's bad either way, though. We are done. That is the dish. I put a flashlight on it. How would that help out a little bit better? Let me go back to it. There you go. Okay, let's move it back a little bit so you can see it better. Everything's like after the fact, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, not too bad. Look at that. So there you go. There's the dish. It is done. Pesto's lovely, all that. So I'm trying to do it like after the fact in the camera. It's really weird because it's supposed to be like over here more or over there more. It's over there more. This is weird. But either way, yeah, that is done, ladies and germs. It's looking good too. All right. I'm gonna save that one for Instagram, to be honest. I'm gonna save that one for Instagram. I'm not gonna eat it. I will make another plate though, really quick, because I like the way that one looks. That one looks really nice. I like the way that one looks better than better than most times. Well, you liking the food there, Fino? I appreciate that. I'll make a little bit of this over here. So the main concern though at this point is trying the pasta and making sure that the pasta came out good, because we've never made pesto before. You know what I mean? I gotta get like a better viewfinder on this thing. Anyway, we tasted the pesto earlier and I liked it. We didn't add any salt to it either, but the Parmesan was doing it. Everything, come on, man. I made this. Alright, whatever. That's really good. I'm not the biggest fan of cherry tomatoes because they're kind of sour to me. But those are, it came out great. I'm loving this. Like McDonald's. But like, no, I'm kidding, because I'm just doing the slogan. Yeah, I definitely make that again. And it's really easy to make the pesto too. You just gotta have basil, pretty much, pine nuts, garlic, Parmesan cheese. You're good to go. I ate before the stream, but this is killer. Not that I'm supposed to rate my own cooking, but 10 out of 10, I'd make it again. I'm eating this whole thing. Let's go. That, ladies and gents, was really good. I could see why you could probably want to put some salt into the pesto, but for me, this is fine. This is perfect. I don't think I need it. I might put some more cheese next time then, if anything. But I think we did everything that we needed to do with that one. It's not super creamy. It's a little more oily, if anything. But from what I've seen with like an authentic one that I watched, I had like a ring of olive oil around it. I don't know if they put that there or if it came out when they served it. But either way, it pretty much did what it needed to do at this point. And it's good. I really like it. I realized I didn't wear the crown today. I feel kind of silly. Well, I feel silly with the crown on, but I feel silly not wearing the crown today either. But yeah, guys, I can't stretch this stream out any longer. It's only been what, an hour and a half, maybe almost 2 hours at the very most. Pardon me, my burping. This game I killed it. We could try the chicken too as well now, I guess. And then as I tore up the pesto, the penne, and the pasta, which is the same thing, obviously. I want to try the chicken came out because I don't use that Italian one often. That's good. That's a good seasoning too. Obviously, it doesn't beat the homemade stuff, but that's still good. I think that would be better set up with some oil. Like put some oil together with the seasoning, do like a marinade, and throw it up on the grill. Because they grill on the pan, you know what I mean? The grill, it works, but it's better when you have the flames hitting it directly. You know what I mean? What do you think, Sue? Yeah, she's over there on the couch still, being a big old baby. Anyway, I think that's it, guys. I think we're gonna call it from here because there's really nothing else to drag on this stream. It reminds me too. I need to think about medication. Matters of transparency, I have been prescribed diabetes like medicines like metformin because I was like borderline, and then they're just like, okay, now you should probably take the medicine. And then they gave me another one for cholesterol, I think it was. And they wanted me to test this out for like a month, to see how my numbers went and go from there. And I never was consistent with it, so I'm trying to be consistent with it again. Go give me a minute. Hey, Lynn, how you doing? Let's get you a shout out as well. There we go. Yeah, but we just finished our meal. This is our pesto, all that. That's our chicken in the front. There's a pesto, penne, spinach, tomato. That's the one that's gonna go on Instagram from there. Got a bit of a headache, but that food looks amazing. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I think my stream was behind a little bit, like when I was watching it. Let me go back to it. Yeah, there we go. So it's me looking at my phone is what it is. Anyway, let's say hi to Sue really quick as I get ready to end the stream because we are done. Sue, what are you doing? Yeah? You burp? Yeah. She's a good old baby over there. Yeah, she's a big old kitty. Look at you. Yeah? Oh, big old stinky. Say hi to the camera over there. Yeah, you being a big baby. Yeah, you a big old stinky. Where's the lint roller? She loves the lint roller, by the way, too, as well. Yeah? Hey, hold on a second. Let me get the lint roller. It's so funny because she gets adverse to it. Like, she doesn't like the initial like feeling of the lint roller, but she loves it at the same time. Come on back over here where everyone can see you. Come here. Hmm? Hmm? There you go, see. Come on, get low. Come on. Hmm? Come on. Yeah, you big old baby. Look at you. Yeah, you want your belly rolled more. Come here. Yeah, you big old baby. Oh, you big stinky. There you go, Bobby. Alright, guys. That's enough of that for now. She loves it for some odd reason. She hates a brush, but she loves that. But let's go ahead and figure out who we can raid. So I guess on my big ass will play. Sue's over here now with me. Let's go ahead and look again. Did that work? I think I need to change. Oh, activate. There we go. Okay, transition. There we go. Here I am. Hey, everybody. Thank you, Sue. You want to sit with me, big baby? Come here. We're gonna find somebody to raid. Come on. You big old baby. Let's take a look and see who's streaming right now. Come on, Stinky. Come on, big baby. We got a lot of streamers going on right now. That's a tough one. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna have a vote. Let me see, can I set up a poll? Maybe, am I able to do such things? I should be able to. Or do I need to be in the other view to do it? I was able to pop in right when you finished cooking. Thought I was gonna miss you. No, I appreciate you being here. I know it's tough sometimes just to get in here at the right time and just schedules and all that stuff. You got a busy life there, you know. So I understand it all too well. Let me go create dashboard. Creator dashboard, not create a dashboard. Let's see. Start a prediction. That's not what I want. I want to start a poll. None of this is really what I want right now. I'm looking for the buttons. It's like, no. None of it. Oh, either way, forget it. What we're going to do is we're going to raid. She always raids me, so let's raid her. Let's raid Nikoko. She's playing God of War right now. So we're going to go give her channel a raid. Because she always raids me. Now she's going to feel pressure, so tell her no pressure raid, alright? That's a raid call. A raid call is going to be no pressure raid. You know? We're going to do that. So anyway, guys, thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys. Next week, I still haven't decided what we're going to do yet. Like, I want to play a new game at full pressure raid. But I haven't figured out what to play yet. So I might cancel it for now as I figure out what to do. But if not, I might be able to surprise you guys with something too. So just keep an eye on Discord. Or if you see me on various Discords, just hit me up and be like, hey, what are you doing Sunday? You know, and we'll figure it out from there. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and send our love to Nikoko. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. We'll see you next week. If not, the week after. But either way, until then, the kitchen is closed. So we'll see you guys. Have a great night. And we'll see you over in Nikoko's channel. Bye-bye.